We had to swing by home and pick up the employee. Last weekend, a friend of mine drove his lawnmower off in his pond. They've got a waterlogged John Deere, so we got some tools. We're just gonna run over there and see if it can't be fixed. And the best part about all this, he thinks he's paying me. But the man is a retired colonel from the Air Force, so his money's no good for me. It has been a while since we've done a service call in the old Econoline, though. It always feels so strange driving up to these really nice places in this truck. First things first. Bub, go have fun. There you go. Okay, here it is, folks. It's a John Deere X380. According to this, it is a 2023, which it's kind of sad. It went in the pond. It was running when it hit the water. You've seen the thumbnail picture by now, so.
I don't need you to freaking drown.
She was completely under. Now, they pulled the plugs out, which is smart, and they haven't tried to crank the engine. So hopefully, fingers crossed, none of the connecting rods are bent, because that's what you'll run into when you hydrolock these things. They started to take the carburetor off. I'm just gonna put that right back on. There's no need to pop that off. Get that carb back on. I'll get a drain pan. I guess we can see how bad the oil is. I'm still gonna change it, but yeah, it's way over full and there's some milkshake on the bottom. So let's get, man, I just hate working on these nice floors in these shops. You're just scared shitless you're gonna get oil everywhere, and how do you? That's a lot of water. This is why you don't take your new lawnmowers and put them in the pond. Ooh. Let me try to get as much water out, and we'll just go dump it. Again, I just don't like making messes in nice buildings. It's not often I get to work in a nice shop. Give me some speed. We'll put new oil and filter in it. I'm definitely going to tell them to run it for, we'll run it for about 20-30 minutes, see what the oil looks like, and then unless it's a total milkshake, I'll have them run it about an hour and then just rechange it again, because we need to see how many hours are on this tractor. I guarantee there's not many. Put some diesel fuel in her. Got lucky and he had an old license plate. Woo, it worked. Okay, so that isn't full of water, so that's nice. Get a new filter on her. Put some oil in it. And feel free to use that license plate trick on your mower. It works really good. They make little bendable funnels, but honestly, who doesn't have license plates laying around? Okay, so we got some oil in it. I don't know if that's a feature or what, but they don't make it easy to steal gas out of these things anymore. So, he said it was about empty when she hit the water. Went to click this on. Hopefully that, okay, so they just got the battery unhooked. That makes me nervous. Okay, here's where we're at. When I hooked the battery up, this thing lit up and showed me a bunch of hieroglyphics. None of it made sense. He's getting a multimeter to check this battery, and hopefully the battery's shot, but we might have big issues here. It's not going to be cheap, but just the fact that everything stays on when the key's out, and then we got nothing here. I mean, as much as I hate to say it, you might be having to take this to John Deere.
Okay. Let them put a new battery, new head in it up here.
Yeah, because this is all one brain unit that runs it. But I mean, the good thing is your engine's not locked up. That's the bad thing about this new stuff is once those electronics get wet.
Knew they probably fail quicker when they were wet, you know.
Yeah.
The batteries will be able to start without it, so.
I would just take it to John Deere and tell them it went swimming. Tell them we drained the oil, put a new filter, a new oil in it, haven't ran it yet. I mean, I wish I could do more, but as soon as they get into this electronics crap,
Yeah, it's gonna be a minute or two, so. I think it's probably worth fixing because it's only about 2 years old or 3, but,
yeah.
oh, I guess we'll just hook it and I'll load it up sometime. Well, let me go out to check for something here, how much you want for it, so.
You don't owe me nothing.
You sure?
I'm 100% sure. You save your money, you're going to need that at the dealership.
Oh. Yeah, I guess we'll do that, hook it and just.
Yeah.
Call it, so.
I'll unhook your battery and button it all back up, call her a day.
Okay. I can't give you at least 20 this time ever.
Nope, keep your money. Well, that didn't have the outcome I was hoping for. But I guess that's the joy and beauty of new technology. I was really hoping to help the guy out and get his mower back up, but as soon as I hooked the battery up and saw those hieroglyphics and the fact that the fuel solenoid was clicking with the key out of it, whatever brain controls that is no good. So hopefully you can take it back to John Deere and they don't just completely bend him over. Okay, so the way this thing ended was he ended up calling John Deere. They came out, picked up the tractor, took it in. It was the ECU, engine control unit computer was fried. So they put a new one of those in, finished flushing it out, and delivered it back to his house all for $1,000, which, as sad as it is to say, anytime you can get a John Deere dealer to work on something for $1,000 or less, you're doing pretty good. So at least it had a happy ending, I guess. Catch y'all on the next one.